You there! Help a friend out, won't you? Help a friend out, won't you? There's a release for this cage on a wall there. I am called Ordo. You have my thanks, stranger. I was beginning to worry that no one would ever come, that I would stare at these same walls until I was drawn behind the veil. He was a respected member of the Eventide clan. Bareth was working with the Mergen, striving to understand them. I foresaw he would have little use for an apprentice once his work with the Mergen was complete. Most of my clan were slain outright, their screams spiraling into the great cycle like smoke. I believe my master Bareth survived along with his apprentice, Nell. I had already left Eventide, and would have escaped Twilight Pass altogether but for my desire to visit with Mora. It will be worth it. I know it will. I was an apprentice to Bareth during his astounding work with the beasts. Wishing to move out of his shadow and to prove my own worth, I set out to explore the world. What I found, who I found, it was all so unexpected. It existed in Twilight Pass long before Ashmore and Eventide, and even before the House of Vengeance and our Grand Winter Court. Recognised magic is wild and deep. The Fate Weaver Mora Challan resides in the Great Chamber, imprisoned in her home by the Tuatha. I encountered her there when exploring. She has made a bargain with me. If I help her escape, she will help me alter my fate. No longer will misfortune plague me. This pleases me. Reconai is a vast, cavernous ruin, and finding Mora in its depths is a task better fit for two. Let us go. She's imprisoned in the Great Chamber far below the surface. The Mergen will seek to stop us, but a bit of force will turn them back. Right. Let's go. Faster! Let's go.
And you did find it. And that is your curse? The Arathi are gone. Upon these shattered ribs of early cities, they've left no mark. No name, no prayer, no secret word, no promise of return, no warning cry, no tale of a lonely death. What message might they have left, scratched in this antique stone, soft as a dusty grain? The peace of the Arathi returns the lifeblood of magic. They are the ultimate I saw the truth there. Horrible, chaotic monstrosity. As foul and terrible as I once thought. What is my entire life spent chasing this dream? There was the truth before me. We are alone. There is nothing to save us. No greater things than the things we wreak.
Faster! It is as I feared. The door to the great chamber has been locked and warded. Give me a moment and I will see what I can do. Keep a watchful eye for Mergen. It would be a pity for our journey to end here. Okay.
Ordo, you have returned, and you have brought a companion. I see many things, but never did I foresee this. Welcome, new friend. It is a pity, for you I mean, that Ordo's hunger for a brighter fate has so clouded his judgment. You are so innocent, sweet Ordo. It pains me to do what must be done, and to have your friend witness it. Gask and his pet sword Cryamore bound me to this chamber, fearing what might happen if I ventured into their new kingdom. They will learn soon enough. I am Mora, Watcher of the Weave. This world, this tapestry of time, it is composed of many threads, each in its place. And then there's you, a loose thread. I've been trapped in this magical ruin by the Tuatha. I suppose it is a compliment that only the strong magic of Wekkenai can hold me here. This thread in time that has brought me here. I see it now. It has brought me to you. The Tuatha have trapped me in this ruin, my home, aware of my true power, but ignorant of my wrath. You see, Mora Challen does not forget. I need the strength to break the curse, and will do anything to escape, even if it means draining the life essence from this poor wretch. Regrettable, but it is the only way. Now, I shall take Ordo and consume him as fuel for my revenge. As for you, stand aside or perish. Gask sealed this ruin with the blood of the dead, and the spirits of the Fae fallen. It is cursed, and I with it. The place I once called home, now my prison. To break the curse, I must draw strength from the life essence of another. Ordo carries the power I crave, but not for much longer. You wish to fight Mora Challen where she is strongest? So be it. The Tuatha cannot yet know my wrath. You will. Good.
Thank you for defeating Mora. I am lucky to be able to walk the lands yet another day longer. You have my blessings. I think I will meditate here a while, and think on what I will do next. The Merkin used to stay underground, but now they have been drawn to the surface. Twilight Pass is full of hidden nooks in which the Merkin might hide, so look before you leap, friend. Eventide was a clan of the highest regard until the Tuatha destroyed it. We believed in the judgment of the Winter Court, and the Summer Court never interfered in our decisions. I was an apprentice to Bareth during his astounding work with the beasts. Wishing to move out of his shadow and to prove my own worth, I set out to explore the world. What I found, who I found, was all so unexpected. To be caged deep in a ruin like Weckenai is a punishment too unbearable for any Fae. I am forever grateful.
And so here you are, imprisoned in the magic of these Fae stones, to live eternally in a drifting stream of song and echoed voices. Your body long decayed, your family and friends lost to the passage of time. Adrift in these chaotic swirls of cacophony, you would spend your time yearning to be free, but knowing that with that freedom comes such a pathetic nothingness that even this stone prison is preferable. The gods can keep their false world. I will make her own.
Over here, hurry! I was hoping someone would come. Have you ever seen such things? Such violence? Such abominations? I cannot comprehend it. First the clan of Eventide and now Bareth. There is no other like him in all of Alabastra. His interest in other races, most notably those of the blue flesh, has yielded much understanding. But the Tuatha wish to exploit every trace of knowledge to their own ends, so the learned such as us are weapons to them. Thus they took Bareth, wishing to extract his knowledge by any means. Your kind call them Mergen, denizens of the sea and shore. They are violent, yes, and devious, but only out of self-preservation. The Tuatha have imprisoned them and turned their potential violent instincts into a barely controllable weapon of pure hate. Though it is part of winter's decay, I feel that it is tragic. It is unnatural for Fae, seelie or unseelie, to take prisoners so like mortals. The clan of Eventide was all but returned to the Great Cycle by Tuatha soldiers. Most of our people were drawn behind the veil, and they were the fortunate ones. He wishes to add mortal beasts to Gadflow's ranks, an endless supply of living weapons, until only the Alfar, the Almeen, and the Varani remain to oppose him. Someone must stop them. If not Bareth, then you or me. The Mergen are dangerous enough now, but imagine if the Tuatha commanded their numbers. I last saw Bareth as Crymore's men dragged him deep into the mine. Walk with a light foot. Acting while unseen will offer your best chance of survival. and try to use the anger of the Mergan against our common enemy. Pry more keeps him nearby. If you can, release the Mergan prisoners. Their rage and hate will coalesce on their persecutors, not Bareth. Goodbye.
God, seek your sacrifice. God seeks your sacrifice.
It's time, mortal. Time to perish, mortal.
To Undertale!
Time, mortal.
Amalur is gone, but so is Barrett. He did not deserve such an end. Do you hear me? He was a kind spirit. You are a friend to Eventide, even if few of its folk remain. Take this key. It will unlock hidden treasures of our clan. Any you find will be open to you now. Thank you, mortal. Now go. Good luck.
Good to see you here. Ready? I am. But there hasn't been any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinio. Damn it all, I knew we couldn't trust her. I sent Ventrinio to keep an eye on her. He was sending me messages until recently. But there were fewer and fewer as we've gotten closer to Bale. We need to get through the House of Vengeance and kill the Cur. And we'll have to do it without them. He's the closest thing Vengeance has to a leader anymore. A face so consumed with hatred that he's little more than a beast. If you're going to get into Bale, the Cur has to die. We'll go as far as we can. Whatever is happening in Bale needs to be stopped as quickly as possible. Listen, you're more powerful than I ever was. If anyone can stop this, it's you. When you kill the Cur, you go into Bale and stop Gadflow. If we get separated, I'll keep fighting to keep an escape route open for you. Now go! Stay on guard. it!
My assistant has returned. What do you need of me? Good day.
I detest the mortal flesh.
What is this?
You are no Tuatha. It's been so long since I faced one not consumed with madness. Gadflow keeps us here to do his bidding. Otherwise we certainly would not oblige these gruesome wishes of his. Gadflow? Ha! He was the court jester, you know, before he was king. No, I am not. Not in the heart of my essence. And this they knew. I could not disguise my nature. So I was made to work as you see me here. Oh, what I would not give to be free of this place. When Gadflow began his war, he sent his minions forth to find the finest master makers among the winter lands. When they crushed the house of Ashmore, I was dragged here and made to craft swords, greaves, and shields of Prisby. The Witch Knight Anira still keeps this place, but perhaps we could create our own way to take care of that. Kill the two Tuatha overlords that stand guard upstairs. Once they are dead, bring me one of their shattered weapons from their body. You bring that to me, I'll see what I can make you. The price is free if you promise to use the weapon I forged to bring down Witch Knight Anira. She does Gadflow's bidding as well. He sent her here to enforce our imprisonment. If only we could free ourselves. As long as she is here, so are we. are two Tuatha overlords just above us upstairs. Their shift starts about this time. If you're a stealthy one, you may be able to easily sneak up on them and take them out. Visits me here. For this special task, I can forge one of 3 types of weapon. I will let you choose which one suits you best, mortal. So then, which will it be? An excellent choice, child of dust. Speak with me when you're ready to have this special sword forged. You have returned with a shattered weapon. Now, wait right here while I just... yes. And then, this goes here. And finally... here it is. Do not forget your promise, mortal. Use it well. Now you have a weapon forged with all the anger and hatred we hold for Anira. Use it to crush her. Save us from this miserable existence.
Who's that? You! You are not the Witch Knight Anira! Not even Tuatha Deon! Get back, child of dust! Why are you down here? You are no friend to the Tuatha. What business do you have here? Speak, now! Ah, the deluded fool. He thinks he can deny who he is. But Belny will always be Tuatha. Anira keeps us master makers here as her workers, ready to do Gadfrow's bidding in a blink. We'll just have to wait and see how long that lasts. I see Belny has managed to craft you a great weapon. I may be able to craft something helpful as well, mortal, but only to be rid of Anira. And Kiftel, well, the Prismere seems to be taking her. Not sure if there's anything to be done about that. Her heart is frozen, like the ice of 1,000 winters melded together. I certainly do not appreciate her using that as an advantage over me. I am far from my home and the distance enfeebles me, like the aging of mortals. I despise it as much as I despise them. And it's my sacrifice to the god under the mountain. That insect ordered those like Anira to do his bidding. He lacks the dignity to take care of his own treacherous deeds. Tirnoch, our herald triumphant, our morning sun, our destiny. Yes, murder and bloodshed, defilement and glory. Who will win, who shall suffer defeat? Seems like quite the predicament. I'm fine to just follow the saga. That is the mortal word for it, yes. We are able to assist with gems on your arms and armor, if we are so inclined. The god under the mountain has made us his favorite children, and decreed that children of dust are enemies. Be gone, mortal creature. Imprisoned? Oh, you make me laugh, mortal, and that surely doesn't happen often here. I see you've been talking to that lackey Beldy. Rest assured, mortal, the only reason I've yet to kill you is because I've grown tired of orders. There is a rare gemstone I could craft, which, when socketed to the appropriate weapon, would be incredibly harmful to Anira. You, mortal, need only to bring me the ingredients. It is a small enough task. And I can see that Belny has already forged you a suitable weapon to which we can socket the gem. She gives me orders here. A powerful witch knight one would not want to cross. I do not wish to live in her shadow any longer. How can she keep us here? You get to keep that head of yours, assuming it's of any importance. And I can offer you my services in addition to helping you obtain and socket the rare gem. This is a unique gem that only one so talented as myself has the proper training to craft for you. Therefore, it will require raw Prismere shards, 3 to be exact. Bring the raw Prismere shards to me and I can create the gem. Oh, look. It listens well. Here, take this. You'll want to speak with Keftel over there. I cannot take her ramblings much longer. If you tell her you came to help, that should shut her up. Belny and I have helped you. Now you must reason with Keftel to gain her trust. Once all three of us have given you what you need in exchange for your fetching abilities, we can take back our lives. There is much more to be done if we are to eradicate her completely.
Either it is finished at long last, and all is lost, or you are an assassin of remarkable skill. No matter how I have prayed for this moment, I beg you, cut me down, quiet me, send me to Ashara. The desecrations I have wrought haunt me. They addle my reveries and tear at my soul. As long as Witch Knight Anira holds her grip on Canrain, you will be forced to do the Tuatha's bidding, and that means bringing harm to others in their name. And this I cannot do any longer. You mean the making of potions? My kind's work is different than yours, but its nature is the same. This place was here long before even the House of Vengeance. We left it be until Gadflow needed space to build and plan in secret. He put us master makers here, under the Witch Knight Anira's supervision. Belny and Farglen both helped you, child? Perhaps with my help you could vanquish Anira. No longer would the three of us be forced to craft for Gadflow's army. She can cross the magic barrier that she sleeps behind, but we cannot ever move past it to reach her. Thus, we have been unable to sway things in our favor. The people who chose to defy him were given potions of disease and sickness, wrought by my own hands. All because Gadflow wanted them to fade slowly and painfully out of this world. I am so full of shame for what I have done. I will forever be making amends. I think about it every day and hope only for the best outcome. There is so much hatred and hurt. Nothing good can come of that. The god under the mountain. Instead of worship, the Tuatha should fear Tirnoch. There is another, but I would ask it of no one. A fungus named Sorogweth grows not far from here. With it I could create a potion that would let one pass through the magical barrier Anira hides behind. If someone were to rid us of her... I see your heart is set. Bring me the Sorogweth. It will be growing in a damp environment nearby. There are spells upon me that prevent it. I tried once before, but the Witch Knight caught me. I have begged Farglen for his help many times, but he just laughs and spits at my feet.
Your future is...
Sorogweth? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, now that which is evil can be done away with. Now to the mortar and pestle with the Saragweth. A dash of powder here, a drop of potion there. Here is the potion. Drink this, and you will be able to shut down Anira's magical barrier. Destroy her, mortal. End this. I feel safer already in this place, knowing there is someone who can do what must be done. You have earned the trust of all three of us. Please, use this, and the things we have rewarded you with, to destroy the Witch Knight. As hard and cruel as the spear she wields, all here fear her foul moods. Yes, you may use this workbench to craft some of your own if you wish. Not far from here. Large and obtrusive, it will be blocking your path. Can't miss it. Be safe, and cut her down swiftly. Farewell.
So, you've come to die.
I free? I can hardly comprehend this. It has been so long, so much time, wanting to die. Free as we are, all our resources are down here in these ruins. I think perhaps we will stay a while and see who it is we can really be. We must take this as a token of our gratitude. It is from all of us, we three. You have made this place more of a home than the prison it once felt like. We will stay here in this, our new home, and do what it is we do best. Please, come see us down here when you have need of our services. How the darkness has been lifted from my mind with the defeat of Anira. I can see more clearly than ever. I will be able to use my skills to heal now. So long. can barely recall how all this began. Surely I am fortunate to have met someone like you. So long.
That floor will be clean. I wish to taste.
All will be ash.
It's a shame to ruin the stone gardens with blood. Let's see. We've got an aging hero and an ageless rogue and a faithless god among mortals. We might have half a chance, at best.
When your people write the history of ours, know that sorrow stood proud in the end. Let me offer, it is good to see another in this place. I could not bear to see all the pain being caused, when I am the one who wishes to remove pain. I tried to help above. When I was attacked by Tuatha, I found shelter here, and now, I'm afraid there is still madness above. Farewell.
Another dustling of heart.
Yes, yes, what do you want? Gone, gutted, and good riddance to them. That'll teach them to stand on the wrong side of a war. You did kill them all, right?
Welcome to Camp Moondown.
all will be ash.
It's a shame to ruin the stone gardens with blood. We are the remains of the Winterfell. Refugees from the capital of Bale. Outcasts from the houses. And those who escaped Prismy Blades. The Tuatha have taken our court and our birthrights. And for that, we will take their lives to restore a balance once again. We have walked these lands for countless ages, always playing the same roles, always seeing to the proper cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Now, we face the end of our ways. Not from the mortals, as some had feared, but from our own kind. House of Pride, our shining beacon. Now its light is dim and faltering, but it still stands against the darkness, as it always has. We're only a shadow of what we were before Godflow poisoned our minds. Seems natural for embodiments of decay, doesn't it? But unlike our lighter siblings in the Summer Court, we'll fight to cleanse the Tuatha from our lands, just as any wounded animal would. When mortals think of Fae, they prefer to think of the Summer Court. And why not? They're radiant and true, even if they are too full of themselves. By all means, pretend all the Fae are like them. You'd never dare go to sleep if you truly understood the rest of us. I am Sidon the Outcast. Once I was Prince of the House of Sorrows. But my true duties are to my kind. The Winterfell have been disgraced and despoiled by Godflow and his new god. For House and Heartbreak, I shall end his reign. Lannister Island is sheltered from visitors by stone and storm. Exiles of the Winter Court were once banished to its lonely shores. We know of a secret shadowed path, a legacy from a house all too familiar with exile. Dren is the defender of the House of Pride. He may help the Tuatha, but he doesn't serve them.
Fear not, desires your death. Time to perish, mortal!
Looks like this is it. Onwards! We're nearly there. Looks like this is it. Looks like this is it. You're twice the hero I ever was, or could have been. Our forces can't keep going from here. We're stretched too thin, and we've lost too much. Sidon and I will hold the gate for you as long as we can. But Bale is nearly deserted. Head in, face Gadflow, end this. Good plan. I promise not to die if you don't. Just make sure you put a stop to Gadflow. Do that, and I predict our future involves sharing drinks and war stories around a cozy fire. Trust me, I'm a Fate Weaver.
My deepest apologies for not being able to join the battle. Ventrinia was something of a hassle. He attacked me. It was only a matter of time before his greed got the better of him. The closer we got to Bale, the more obsessed he became with Tianok, and with harnessing Tianok's power, just like Gadflow did. That's why he had to be stopped, and why we need to talk about our mission. I wasn't sure I could trust you. You're not the same person you used to be. We're running out of time. I'll explain as we go. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
The winter court was still as fallen snow as the jester danced and capered. Juggling knives and torches, he sang to his lords and ladies.
Fighting at your side, just like the old days, before you died.
The jester imitated the king.
No
Not
more
even when he
delays.
took the crown from his head. Because this was the day that Gadflow murdered the winter court. This was the day when Tuatha was born, and our people were
No more delays. You and I carry on a duty that is the ancient
Since
beast
the
must stay
Alabaster
sealed
War was
away
young,
at any
the
cost.
beautiful bone-white
The
forest
world
was
must
a
never
place of
realize the
peace and
terrible power
meditation.
Tianok
No
offers.
piercing birdsong nor heated word could find its way between the branches. Quiet thought prevailed until Gadflow shattered our land. The Tuatha's crimson axes chopped the forest for arrow shafts, and Tirnok's Prismere spires rose up to consume what remained. Now our forest is shattered, and screams of warfare fill its boughs.
When Gadflow's army arose, we recognized Tianok's tainted influence. Only a force like her could warp eternal creatures like the Fae. So you came to infiltrate Alabastra, find Tianok, and seal her away forever. And you used Antonio to get in, under the guise of being his assistant. No more delays. If you couldn't stop Tianok, she would use her pawns to fully escape her prison, and the world would be her new plaything. You had to try, even though the Fate Weavers said you were doomed. As always, the Fate Weavers were right.
The greatest heroes of winter have always fallen from the Bale's pale boughs, from Pietro the Keen to Hulgan the Hungry. When the Tuatha claimed dominance over us, heroes Gadflow laughed at their challenge and
When I
called up
found you in
Tirnok's
Dalentar,
wrath.
when I
In a
saw you
second,
come
our
back to
most
life,
loyal heroes were
I wasn't
impaled
sure
by
how much you
prisoner
remembered.
spires.
I couldn't
Our
be
heroes
certain you
were
would
gone,
keep our secrets.
never to be reborn.
I considered
and our
killing you
people
then and there.
succumbed to Gadflow's
Nothing
madness.
personal. You would have done the same to me. But then I saw what you had become. I saw the new powers you wielded. And I saw how useful you could be. Continue your mission to stop me, even if you
As the sun is to the forest, Tirnoch is to the Fae of winter. Some embraced this new god, this break from the great cycle. Others hid in the darkest of places. Gadflow spoke of Tirnoch, and the Prismere emanated its power. It is a source of magic and hatred. It no longer slumbers beneath Amethyst. The unbroken horizon of the winter is now the fiery haze of destruction.
In happier times, the Winter Court would come here to bathe in the colors of the midnight gardens. Night violets and pale moonflowers blossomed on a field of closed grass studded with frost. When stars aligned, the Aurora Borealis danced for the Queen herself. But now the Tuatha have crushed the gardens and the tortured garden is only blood red.
Last time you came here, you were destined to die. This time, your destiny is up to you.
At long last, Gadflow has crushed the Winter Fae, and his Tuatha rules us utterly. No longer are we reborn into this world, unless his god Tirnoch wills it so. This monster has crushed us. But our memories are not yet lost. When Gadflow is gone, and his god is left in another pure world, I may be freed from my tomb, and then I may share what dreams I made. It is the only immortality any of us may hope for.
Now we have a chance to finally complete our mission. Let's put an end to Gadflow before his bargain frees Tirnoch on the world. This must have been a lot for you to take in at once. But I need you to be clear on who you are and what you need to do. A lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as easy this time. And last time it killed you. Everyone who knows the truth of Tirnoch will be dead, and Tirnoch will be sealed away once again. We can return to our duty of keeping the knowledge secret, assuming that's the life you want to return to. But if you refuse, then I'd have to make sure you never tell the truth about Tirnoch. Of course, I'd rather it didn't come to that. But you would have done the same. Huh. I have more important things to do than love. And so do you. But I do trust you with the fate of my world. It may not set your heart aflutter to hear it, but it'll have to do. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
You don't understand, do you? The power of Tirnoch is rewritten. Yes! Return to your dream!
Something's not right. If Gadflow isn't here, then he must be hiding further underground, someplace closer to the source of the Prismere. Definitely, the war's not over yet. Whatever bargain Gadflow made with Tiernok, it's about to pay off. When that happens, the world will not be spared her wrath. In the heart of Alabastra is the former unseelie city of Baal. Beneath the Winter King's court, there is the cave of Amathin. It's a place of tremendous power. It is where Tiernok is imprisoned, and where you died. Somehow Gadflow found a way to reach out to Tiernok. Or perhaps she was able to seek out his twisted mind. She offered him power, and with it, he began the Tuatha. No wonder Gadflow thinks she's a god. We were two of the people who were supposed to keep Tiernok hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and sealed Tiernok away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Then Trinia was right. Tiernok is no god. She has almost as much power, and is every bit as dangerous to the world as any dark god. Her powers raised Gadflow from a jester to a warlord, and in return, his army would usher in a chance for her to enter this world and consume it. She's imprisoned deep in the Amathin, but Gadflow's war has weakened her bonds. There's no time to spare. If she gets free, our world is lost. This way. Tianok is held captive deep in the Amethyn, but her prison is weakening by the moment. I can feel Tianok's eyes upon us.
You've used your power well. Let's have a taste, shall we? Let's have a taste, shall we?
This is your end. She just tore out a part of the face you've stolen and turned it against you. Perhaps it is not inaccurate to think of her as a god.
Imprisoned here since before your my freedom draws near. My freedom draws near.
We cannot let Gadflo free Tianok.
God flows prayers. Free, free, free.
Don't listen. You're the only one who has the power to stop her.
When you first came, and you were so eager to play your role.
This is your end. You chose this? What does she mean by that?
I gave you freedom, and now you have freedom, and now you're mine.
Only you have the power to reseal Tianok inside the Amethyn. I must keep the secret of her existence from the world. Once Tianok is pushed back into her prison, these caverns must be sealed. But that leaves one question. Can I trust you to keep Tianok's secret? There are things in this world that must remain hidden. If the power of the dragons were widely known, well, you've seen what has happened here. Gadflo tapped a fraction of her power. He upset the great cycle of the Fae and waged a genocidal war on the young races. Just coming in contact with her power managed to free you from fate's bonds. And if you can turn that freedom against her, she will have no power over Amalur. Nothing like you has ever existed before. As always, there's no way of knowing your future. If you're victorious, it may be the last time you change the fate of the world. Even if you fall back into fate's weave once her influence is gone from this world, it will be a far better fate than what Tianok's emergence would bring. That is excellent. After all that you've done, it would have been a shame for you to die a second time. If you do escape, I will be watching you. And know this, anyone who learns the truth of what happens here, I will silence myself. Go. Stop Tianok from fully entering this world. But remember, my blades will always be at your back. Tianok's power is immense. She just tore off a splinter of what you could have been and turned it against you. When she killed you, that much power must have torn you free of the entire tapestry of fate. Nothing in the world is fated to stop Tianok. That's why you're the only one who has a chance. I'm just here to make sure you take it. This way. There's no turning back now.
Bring me your power. Sacrifice yourself and seal the fate of your world. Seal the fate of your world.
It's time to choose your fate. Amethin lies beyond. This is where the dragon will breach the veil.
Come forward, mortals. Behold the birth of Tianok. Attend your final hour.
My fate does not lie beyond those doors. You alone may change what is to come. Go!
Welcome back, mortal. How does it feel, I wonder, to return to this place? Does the pain of your death still linger? Can you feel it echo through the air? And now, in this place, you shall witness the birth of Tianok, the destruction of the Alpha, and the dawn of the endless winter. She comes. Tianok the powerful, Tianok the merciful, Qualla fella Tiernam. Qualla sera Tiernam. Tianok? Have I done well, lady? Are you pleased? Is it...
You have served your purpose.
But I have so much more to give.
And now, faithless one, you shall serve yours.
How could we have known that this would be a new beginning? I wonder now if we should have foreseen this outcome. But who knew then what fate would bring? I would have liked to have delivered this message in person, to see you one final time. That, however, would have been complicated. The order to which I belong had other plans. Were you ever to leave the crystalline fortress? When it comes to you, though, it seems no fate is written in stone. It was only through my assurances that your silence could be counted upon that either one of us still draws breath. I trust you will not make of me a liar. Were stories of what we have seen to begin to surface in the inns and taverns of Amalur, I would be asked to seek you out. And as we both know, the next time you die, there will be no return. But let us not speak of this. Your life is your own. Go now, and see what fate may bring you, or what fate you may bring. Perhaps one day in happier times, you and I will meet again. Until that day, I remain yours, Aelin Share.